So let's go box one. There was a mix up with the boxes, so I don't have box one, but we'll continue with 2 and 3 after this. So let's begin with this one here. This is a 1941 Denver Mint-Mark coin. Now 1941 was an interesting year in the sense that only 53 million of these were made, and so it doesn't make it super rare. But compare that to 42D, which is 13 million, or which is really low. But then we go really high, we go 1941 plain, 203 million. So this is like a quarter of that, basically down to a quarter less. So it's a quite rare coin. Is it worth tons? Not really. I would say anywhere from $4 to $7 maybe. Probably someone $6 will pay for this. Nothing too crazy. Let's zoom back out here. We have 2 silvers, that is 35% silver. Now these are World War II issued coins. Now this one, it's very hard to see. I literally had to use the microscope to look at it, but you could barely see there's a P there. It's really faded, but it is there because it has to have a mint mark there, much like this one, like that. That's how obvious it is. So this one 42p and this one is a 43p. So interesting things about these two, they are 35% silver, which replaced the nickel, which was used for the war effort. So these are always good. I sell about 20 of these for like 75 bucks. So it's, which that's like $1 worth of nickels, but for 75. So that's a great little sale there, and people do like these silvers. Now looking over here, this is a 1952 S mint mark. So 1952, if we look at that with an S mint mark, only 20 made, so half of this 41 that we looked at in terms of circulation, 50. So it's quite rare. It's actually not worth as much as you think. In better condition, it could be worth up to $34, but that's to be close to pristine, which is not. So this is more like a novelty in terms of like having a coin that is hard to find. So if you have a collection and you're collecting every year, then this is one that would be hard to find. So people would want this. So I'd say $5-6 you could probably charge for someone, they want to complete their collection, they'd pay that. And then this is a proof coin. The thing is, it's so beat up. Now there are 1970 S's that are not proofs, but if you look very closely, to me, it looks to me that there is a mirror finish. It's just so scratched up. It's more apparent here. You can kind of see it there. It's just so scratched up on the end, and other places are clearer than others to see the mirror finish. So proofs are unique because they're stamped twice, unlike the circulation strikes, and they look different because there's like a mirror finish reflective basically image on the back. If I look for how much something like that is worth, a 70S, it's not worth tons. It's worth between $4 and $11 depending on condition. This one is probably worth a couple bucks. Proof aren't worth a lot. They're usually in box sets and people open them up and they want to use the nickel versus being in a box set. Let's say if Grandpa Bill dies and they find this in a box set, they'll be like, oh, let me pull those out of there and use them as 5 cents because they think they're worthless in those cases. In those cases, they're probably worth $20 to $50 depending on that, which is something. So they could probably sell it more, but they don't want to go through the hassle. They rather have the coins here. So this is what we found. Pretty good. Always happy to find silver. I mean, if we find like 10 silver, that's a really, really, really good haul. So 2 is pretty good for one box. So let's continue our search.